Even though we eat them for all that nutrition and sustenance, it's hard to think of the plants needing a little food themselves. But they do, and some, like these young tomato plants here, need more than others. The vitamins, minerals, and nutrients contained within our crops don't just manifest themselves out of thin air. No, the plants actively seek them out. Hi, I'm Jeff from the Ripe Tomato Farms. Welcome to another episode of the Garden Quickie, the show where in 2 minutes or less, we actively seek out the questions you want answered the most. And today's episode is all about the NPK. More specifically, what does each nutrient do for our gardens? Hey, time's short as you know it is, so let's dive in. First up, if you don't know what NPK means, or you've never heard the term, well, then this video is not going to make a lot of sense. Simply put, NPK refers to the relative ratio of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and it's indicated by 3 numbers on the label of every commercial fertilizer. Great, but why does that matter so much? Well, it just so happens that nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium are the 3 main macronutrients that are necessary to sustain plant life. In total, plants require 17 essential elements to survive, and these 3 main ones are needed in the greatest quantities. Now that we know what it means and what they are, let's look at why the NPK is so important. The first up is nitrogen, and this key element is found in all plant parts, cells, proteins, and hormones. It's a key component in forming enzymes, amino acids, as well as those proteins. You know, all the building blocks of plant life. It's also vital to chlorophyll production and is the main driver for plant growth and energy capture, as well as production. The issue is, the nitrogen cycle in modern agriculture is leaky at best, meaning more and more needs to be added to the soil every season so that it's available for the plants. In our containers and our backyards, however, it doesn't have to be that way, and high organic content soil is the key for us growers to manage our nitrogen properly. The next macronutrient up to bat is phosphorus. This element too aids in that energy capture and photosynthesis, but it also stimulates early and developing root growth as well as fruit and subsequent seed development. This guy is super important for those mega crops like tomatoes, peppers, and even watermelons. Keen gardeners that start their own plants every year may notice purple seedlings. This is often attributed to low phosphorus uptake. Once again, healthy, active soils are the key for this macronutrient, as it's the microbes in the soil that dictate phosphorus availability. And last but not least, we have potassium. Your crops are going to use this macro for vigor, disease resistant, as well as overall health and fruit quality. This element is rocket fuel, and it's directly responsible for the water and nutrient movement within the plant. There's no doubt that a lack of potassium will stunt the growth of your plants as well as reduce your harvests. There's no NPK without that K. There you go, the big 3 nutrients for our plants. No doubt our crops are gonna need more, but it's a good starting point in understanding the role of each in our garden. And we have a role as well, and that's to make sure to check out the next episode of the Garden Quickie. Thanks for watching, guys. And hey, if Garden Quickies are your thing, make sure to subscribe and click on this playlist here as we explore and solve more growing issues in 2 minutes or less.